Well, it looks like fans of Outriders are finally getting some much anticipated news as the first phase of character restorations are being rolled out. What's going on, everybody? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and I'm back with some more Outriders news for you. So late yesterday, we got the announcement that People Can Fly were beginning to roll out the first phase of character restorations, known as Phase A, and I will discuss everything that was announced as well as try to give you a quick breakdown of what you will need to try to do in order to get those locked characters open back up again. But before we dive into this quick video, I once again wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the love you have been showing my Outriders content. And just in case you aren't yet a sub, please take just a moment to smash that sub button for more intensive Outriders content, and don't forget to ring the bell to receive all future upload notifications from my YouTube channel. Let's go. Getting right down to the details, we got this tweet on the official Outriders account as of 6:35 p.m. yesterday. Character and inventory restoration for Group A characters is now underway. And included in this tweet is a link to an article from Square Enix. But before I go over there and review that one, there are also a second and third tweet attached to this first blast, and they continue on. Group A characters are characters who encountered a wipe and are no longer able to log in at this point in time. And then they got in parentheses, encounter a couldn't connect to server error. Please check your affected characters throughout the day and log out and in again if you are in the game at the time. Once we are happy with Group A restorations, we will trigger restorations for Group B. Group B players are those players who lost items but were able to continue playing. For further details and Group A/B explanations, please refer to the post. Now, we've covered this in detail in past videos here on my channel, but there are different levels of severity when it comes to character inventory wipes. As if getting your character inventory wiped isn't bad enough, but there are apparently different levels of hell you get to encounter. So this first phase of inventory restorations is for the hardest hit, what they call Group A. And those are players that not only got hit with the wipe, but were then not able to log into that character, instead receiving a couldn't connect to server error screen. Now jumping over to take a look at the more in-depth post from Square Enix, which is over on Reddit, and I will of course include a link to this in the video description, and I encourage you all to read it over when you can. Character and inventory restoration for Group A characters is now underway. Group A characters are those characters who encountered a wipe and are no longer able to log in at this point in time, and again in parentheses, encounter a couldn't connect to server error. Please check your affected characters throughout the day, also making sure to log out and in again if you are in-game at the time. If your character has not yet been restored, please be patient a little while longer, as it may take a little time for the process to propagate across all affected characters. So apparently this Group A restoration isn't just like flipping on the switch, as it's going to take time for the rollout to take effect. But according to some of the responses to the tweet from the Outriders team, there are players that are in this group and are attempting to log in to check over their wiped characters, and they are still not able to fully access their inventories. Take this one from Reggie Thornton, posted about 6 hours ago my time, and he says, "I still can't log on to my Pyromancer," and he has actually uploaded a video showing him trying to log into that character. He gets a few seconds into the Outriders base camp, and then it shows the server connection error screen, and he is booted. Others, like this post from Geforce, I'm probably butchering that name, over on Reddit, and this one reads, "Looks like I'm back. Ass ton of dupes in my inventory though. I swear my skills and my items are different. Not that they are back to default, but the combination on them is different." Hopefully players like Reggie will indeed get their character wipe issues resolved, and it does say that players affected need to check back throughout the day, log out and in again if you are in the game. Now, as part of this restoration, Square Enix has laid out a very specific list of items, and more importantly, expectations that we should expect from this restoration process. So they continue on. All items, regardless of rarity, that were equipped at the time of your inventory wipe will be restored. All legendary items that were in your inventory. For non-legendary items, 20 previously acquired items that were in your inventory with first prioritization based on rarity, descending from epic rarity, and second prioritization based on date acquired. All fully completed accolades will be restored if you previously reached the final tier of said accolade. interim tiers and progress towards any tier of an accolade cannot be recovered. Please keep in mind that we were not able to restore every single lost item with 100% accuracy, but we are doing our best to make sure the most valuable items are accounted for. Now they continue on. If your inventory is already full, restored items will be held server side until there is space in your inventory and you have logged out and back in again. Once we are happy with Group A restorations, we will trigger restorations for Group B. Group B players are those players who lost items but were able to continue playing. And then they end the post by including this really interesting statement, and check this out. Please note that if you were part of this Group A restoration, your non-affected characters may receive up to 20 legendary items that they previously sold back in their inventory. These items will be God-rolled. These items can be freely sold, scrapped, or used. Now this could prove really interesting, as I'm already seeing posts from players that are checking their inventories and have multiples of the same legendary, all with god roll stats appearing in their non-affected character inventories, with like the highest absolute damage rating currently in the game. So that can really take someone's build and make it extra beastly. Towards the end of this post, the team also gives us a statement. We will soon be turning our attention to the community appreciation packs that were previously announced. We are also currently gathering info on the damage mitigation issue here and are furthermore continuing to investigate reported multiplayer connection issues. And finally, if you scroll through the Reddit post, there are some really important responses to questions by the Square Enix team like this one. Note, some characters may require you to reselect a story point before you can start playing with them. If you encounter any problems starting a game with that character, please go into your timeline and reselect the most recent story point. So according to Square Enix, there are apparently still some complexities to getting your wiped and locked characters back, like logging in and out, and even according to the response, selecting a story point from your timeline to sort of bring your characters back to life. Once again, it does sound like there is some good news coming from the community on this one, and maybe you can leave me a comment letting me know if you were part of this restoration and did it work for you. Furthermore, did you have to perform some of these other suggestions, like the logging in and out and story point selections? Now, for those of us that have really been enjoying this IP, we need to get this inventory restoration issue resolved and into the past, as there are still some very difficult issues that need immediate attention. Because of right now, the player base has been leaving by the masses, and at times, I even feel like I'm a beta tester that is not getting paid to run Q&A on this game. Anyways, let's end this one on a high note. In my past videos, I have invited anyone wanting CT carries or just to have a place to squad up with other Outriders to join my community Discord server, and that invite still stands. All you need to do is check in the video description, click on the link, accept the rules, and you are in. We've set up an LFG channel, builds, social area, and even free chat rooms so you can go up on mic and coordinate while taking on your favorite Outriders content. And just in case you aren't yet a sub, please smash that sub button and ring the bell to receive future notifications from my YouTube channel. If you could take the time to rate and or share this video, it would be greatly appreciated. You can find me over on Twitch, join my community Discord server to discuss all things Outriders, and of course, follow me on Twitter as I post on most things gaming related. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.